In the early 2000s, with all of the uncertainty and apathy that was happening in the world, and then especially when the World Trade Center was hit and fell right before our eyes, people started to ask, how can God be good if there is so much evil allowed? Why do bad things happen to good people, and how can I make sense of it? And then they asked the most dangerous question of all, does it even make sense? Shortly after, Richard Dawkins released his infamous book, The God Delusion, and those who had not been raised with a biblical worldview, but instead who had been brought up in casually Christian homes or churches that did not take the time to thoroughly establish sound doctrine in the hearts and minds of people and explain to them well the philosophies of God, the logic of God, the reasoning of God, and also the people whose hearts were fat on comfort and worshiping themselves walked away from God entirely. They called it all sorts of things, deconstructing, they called it atheism, they called it agnosticism, they called it I believe in science. But this, my friends, is the launching away from God because of the question of evil has been a scapegoat for the truth in our hearts, which is we do not want to yield to the authority of God, because if God is real and if God is true, then that has implications for my life and my actions and the consequences of my actions. And now, just like Ecclesiastes, just like history, we see cycles and cycles and cycles of life and sin and belief, of rejecting God and returning to God. And now people, because of the question of evil, are turning back to the Lord in droves. And they are saying, I have seen real evil in the world, and I don't want to be a part of it. I want the opposite of everything that is, and everything that accomplishes. And now even Richard Dawkins wants a Christian society, and I do not want to be a part of a culture that condones and celebrates death to enemies. I want to understand the mystery of love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. I want to understand the mystery of God demonstrating his love for us even while we were sinners against him, and he sent his son to die for us to end the separation that sin causes between a holy God and sinful, self-pursuant man. Where are you, church? Are you awake? Are you ready to rise with Christ? Are you ready to meet the lost with love and grace and truth and understanding and patience and discipleship? Are you ready to get messy and interrupt your plans and get involved in their lives and be kind and be present and be patient and love the Lord more than you love your nation? Are you ready to follow